correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm supposed to present. So let me go ahead and bring my screen up here. Let's see here. Wait. Oh, there it is. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I need to go into, well, let me stop.
Screen.
Okay, let me hold on. I'm going to go into slideshow from the beginning. Okay, now, whoa. How do I go back here?
No. All that's in here is the Chromebook.
Okay, so I can share it, but I was going to share it as a slideshow instead of you seeing all the pages. Do you think that matters?
No, you want to make it full screen, your slideshow. So go back.
So here's what I have.
Exactly. So you see on the right bottom, where is the percentage, 72%? There's one little screen right there, not next to that one. No.
To the left.
The next icon, the next before that.
Okay.
The little thingy.
That one.
Click that one.
Yay! Is that it?
Yes,
Yep.
that's it. And you just go with enter, and then you just send. Perfect. We're good.
Okay. Is this ready to go then?
Yep. Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. Hi. So I will go ahead and start. My presentation is called Teamwork Matters. Is it important? So many times we jump into a job and we're going to be put into teams. And so I wanted to go through what I've learned. I have 5 important matters that we're going to discuss. And I've taken my presentation from off a website that's listed there if you'd like to look it up, by Shada Webba. Back in 2017, I loved the points that she made. So I'd like to go through each of these. Again, it's all asking the question, is it important? And I firmly believe that teamwork does matter, and it is very important. Okay, the first thing I'd like to discuss is that teamwork motivates unity in the workplace. So many times we have people from different backgrounds, and we all come together, and there's these 3 points that I love that promote unity. The first one is that it fosters friendship and loyalty. The second one, it motivates each other to work harder and support each other. It's really fun to see somebody have success, and when you see somebody have success, it will motivate you to also want to work harder. And it's really nice to be able to show each other support by saying good job, or hey, that was great, or even in a failure, what can we do to help each other? And it creates more of a unity, teamwork in there. So the third point is when we work toward the same goal in harmony, we're all working for the same company. We have the same goal in mind. And so although we might be doing things a little different, the most important thing is that we have that same goal. And again, that creates that unity in the workplace. The next slide here, you'll see teamwork offers differing perspectives and feedback. One of the beautiful things about working as a team is that when you bring all the different perspectives that we have because of our backgrounds, let's say you have 5 people in a team and 5 different cultures that come together. Each culture brings their own diverse techniques and perspective, and they can give feedback that maybe you've never even thought about. That's wonderful to be able to try to include and work together. And so we see these 2 points here. Diversity brings different approaches, things that maybe you've never thought about before, but as you try, it will bring success and could benefit your company. The second one is brainstorming collectively increases success. And so as you listen to each other and you give feedback and you ask questions, it's just a way to be able to grow and to help strengthen that team together. Okay, the next slide I have is teamwork provides improved efficiency and productivity. The points here, it provides improvement, shares the workload. Wouldn't it be wonderful for all of us not to have to carry this duty all by ourselves? We can help share this workload that we have. Reduces stress on individuals. It's not just one person's responsibility, but a teamwork to be able to complete whatever project or whatever goal you're trying to accomplish. The next one is it ensures tasks to meet deadlines. It's really nice to be able to bounce off of each other and help each other out, especially in times of an emergency. You might need to step back, and somebody can step forward just to help you out for that time being. And then you give also, you go back and help that person when they need it. And then again, the last point there, improves job satisfaction. And again, these are just points that can help bring that teamwork together. And the next slide here I have is that teamwork provides great learning opportunities. We all should be learning. Even when we've completed our college and we are working for a boss and we have our team, as we continue to learn, we can keep up on the latest and the greatest of the technology, the resources. There's new things that always come to pass, and it's just really neat to be able to learn from each other. So these 5 points here, we can learn from each other's mistakes as we help each other. We gain insight from the different perspectives. There's also a lot of more experienced colleagues typically on a team. And so as you learn from them, you can learn what works for you and possibly what doesn't work for you. Also, fresh ideas from newer colleagues. Those just coming out of college and joining your team might have newer ideas that you've never thought about, and yet when you put that into your project, it could actually help it be more successful. And then it can generate greater capacity to problem solve. And I just love the idea of having a team to be able to solve problems when something does happen, whether it's a failure a failure that you've achieved, and you have a team to be able to fall back on and to say, what can we do? So you have that team. It's a great effort to have that team. And the last slide here, teamwork promotes workplace synergy. So synergy, the first bullet point explains what I'm talking about, the interacting to create something better. When things work to make something better, like a rope. But if you take a rope and you intertwine 5 or 6 different strands together, it makes it stronger. And so when you pull those strands, that makes a stronger rope. And so synergy, when you take 5 different people and you put them together and you pull on that, it's a strong team. So when you have synergy, it's created through sharing goals, cooperation, and encouragement. That's what makes that tight rope feel. You also can have a greater sense of accomplishment. You are collectively responsible for the outcomes. And so it's really, really great and important to work together as a team and to become unified on your goals and what you're working on. And then the last point is that you're more willing to share your vision, your values, and your goals. And as a team, truly what you bring out, what you accomplish, it creates the reputation of who you are as a team. And it creates, that reputation that you create, it then also carries to the boss or to the next team. And what's important there is that everybody feels successful. The last slide, I love this quote by Helen Keller. This is one I just found as I would look at, because I love quotes. And I need to actually move my screen here. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And so as we talk about, is teamwork important? Absolutely, it's important. As Helen Keller had said, if we do something alone, you can only do as great as one person. But when you get a team together, then you can do so much. So that's my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I'll go ahead and push the stop sharing. Do you want to do some feedback right now for me, or should we do that at the end after all of us?
I think we should do it right away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like the how you start giving the information. You presented your slides and give the information or the link to where people can look if they want to find out more information about it. You were straight and focused into, giving them what you were talking about. You were precise and telling us that you were going to be talking about 5 points that they were important. And that gives me a sense of timing. that I knew that you were not going to extend for a long time. You use a good set. You use your voice in a good volume, and you use a good tone and speed. You also use your hands. I also use hands when I present things. I like your slides. They were clean, they were crisp, and they were clear, and they were simple. So, and overall, you did a pretty good job. I don't see anything that you could improve. I like your presentation.
All right, thank you. Julio?
Yeah, for me, well, I just can add for what Ruth said because also like if it's not all of the points, most of them, if I miss something. But yeah, something that really likes besides what Ruth says is like you focus on the needs on teamwork. For example, what hit me the most is like, we have companions that they're more, they have more capacity or they're being there for longer, so they're better prepared and they're gonna helping us. So we can rely on each other. So also we can learn from the mistakes. It is something that got stuck on me in your presentation. So for me, it was well prepared. So you have studied this topic, and besides that, for me, it was great. So thank you,
Okay, thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know, Ruth, do you want to share yours or should I go first?
Doesn't matter. You can go ahead, Julio.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
All right, let me share this. Oh, great, I cannot see the other screen, but let's do something very quick. I can see, 1 second. Mm, mm.
Or if you want me to, I can start.
No, it's because I have to put my presentation to be recording first, and then I need to go back to the Zoom software, but I have already working. Okay, this is my presentation by Julio Casillas, the importance of teamwork. Um,
So I don't see your slides
you
yet.
don't see
Can
my
you share them?
slides. I'm sharing that. That is for sure. Give me 1 second. Okay.
I saw them early, the blue ones, isn't it?
Yep. Can you share? Can you see it now?
Yeah, there it is. Perfect. I see it.
Okay.
Yes, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the importance of teamwork by Julio Casillas. The importance of teamwork, well, is to have a meaningful, a lifelong career. As a team, we need to work well with other, which is why teamwork is important in professional world. Um, Over here, I can see how learning from other experiences that I had, it is how people it is coming to the teams and sharing the experience and knowledge with everyone else. Some of the benefits of the teamworks it is that provide uh, sorry, my throat is very dry. Teamworks provide improved efficiency and productivity. For example, when we incorporate teamwork strategies, we become more efficient and productive. This is because we allow the workload to be shared, and also we can share this workload with the ones who has the strengths for it. For example, I'm an IT person, and I'm an IT person. I can um, I can share, for example, who is good for back end and front end. I don't know if you're from here with these reviews, but basically who is gonna do all the brain and who's gonna do all the view for what we use in software. This is gonna reduce the pressure in individuals and ensure the task is completed with a time frame. It's also allow goals to be more attainable. enhance the optimization and performance, improves the job satisfaction, and increase the work phase. Work teams, teamwork also offer different perspectives and feedbacks as we're doing on this team. Uh, if we have a good teamwork structure, we provide the organization with a diversity of thoughts, creativity, perspective, opportunities, and problem-solving approaches. A proper team environment allows individuals to brainstorm collectively, and this one for me is one of my favorite ones because when we have a problem, we can we have different points of view of how can we resolve a problem or an issue. And this is going to help us to success into the problems and to arrive to the solution more efficiently and effectively. Teamwork promotes workplace synergy, mutual support, shared goals, cooperation, and encouragement provide workplace synergy. With this, team members are able to feel a greater sense of accomplishment, which is very important to keep going sometimes in the stressful times. And the responsibility and outcomes, well, fit individuals with the incentive to perform to higher levels. How to create teamwork in the workplace? Well, provides improved efficiency and productivity for the team to succeed. Each member should know what their role and responsibility is in the team and what the roles responsibilities of others are. Team members should also make an agreement on what's need to be done and who should be performed by. This we need to be very clear on when we are working as a team. What is the responsibility of each? Because I've been on teams where when the communication is not is not very good, is when the problems start coming up. Uh, and this help us to accomplish our own task to achieve to the goal we have as a team. Uh, well, this is the goals, and set goals is, as I mentioned before, set goals with a really good communication is gonna help us to work more effectively. Uh, and this is what I mentioned before, to communicate with each others. We need to be able to communicate, to share our opinions, idea, thoughts, feelings, and have to be confident to share all this with an open mind and being positive, especially in a respectful manner. We also need to make decisions together. For example, well, making decisions should be based in an open dialogue with all the members offering their ideas and solutions to problems. Members should have the team support and commitment, not only when we're making decisions, but also when we are working together. Because, as we mentioned before, we're a team, we're supporting each other. We also need to build a trust and get to know to each other better. Trust can be gained through each member demonstrating their accountability for work that is assigned for them. With trust, member can feel comfortable taking risks, communicate, and taking positive actions. Team members that trust each other can also share the ideas and feelings, uh, being respectful with others. Also, I like this, what I found in internet from Michael Jordan say, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence with championships. And this is my presentation.
Great.
Great. I I can comment first again.
Okay, great.
I love your slides, Julio. They're very colorful. They really catch my attention, and the fact that you use some of the pictures in animation, it really catches my eye because I'm a very visual person. So I love them. They're really great. You were very relaxed when you were doing your presentation. So and that set up the tone for me to kind of as you were presenting it, feel relaxed too. So like everything was going on just fine, nothing to be alarmed or or anything like that. You use a good tone of voice, a volume. The recommendation that I can say is, as you introduce your presentation, probably mention what are you going to talk about in general, to give us an idea of time and what points you will touch, or a general idea to kind of have a taste of what you're going to talk. I know your subject, but the content.
Okay.
That's it from me.
All right. Thank you.
So Julio, great job. I thought your design was great. You know, the choice of design that you created, the blue and the white, you know, just the visual part of it. I liked it. I liked how you had the different fonts, the 3 different fonts in some places. The pictures were great, just like Ruth had said. And one of my favorite slide, I think, out of all of them was the slide on set clear goals, because you had pictures and there wasn't too many words. So this will lead me to, there's something in the book that talks about no more than 7 words on a line or something like that.
Yeah.
I was trying to read up on that to see what I could do, and then as I was going through my own, I actually took the paragraphs that I had and I chopped them up. So if there was a list of things, then that's when I created bullet points, and that, because then I don't lose my own focus, because I lose focus pretty easy, right? So I think if you do a variety of sentences, so, you know, maybe a full sentence, and then maybe the second one is bullet points. The eye then doesn't get bored with a lot of words, but it has that variety to bring in, you know, oh yeah, it catches your eye that there's a bullet points. And I think that nowadays we are so, we have shorter attention spans than than a long time ago. And TV is a good example, because a lot of things, the pictures change every second or every, couple of seconds, instead of staying longer like they used to 50 years ago, because human nature is very impulsive, and you know what I'm saying? So our attention span has to shift quicker. And so that's why I think a variety of sentences would be helpful. A variety meaning a sentence, bullet points, and then maybe a picture. I love how you threw in the quote. I thought that quote was classic, and it's a great one to throw in there. But that's it. And the only thing, I'm an eye person, so I love to have my eyes talking. When I talk to people, I look at their eyes. So the whole time I was looking at the screen, and I was like, oh, where are his eyes? Where are his eyes? Because you tell a lot of people what you're thinking. The relaxed, I like how Ruth said that it was very relaxed, because it was. And I loved that, because it helped me feel relaxed. But I didn't see your eyes. And I don't know where your camera is, or if that's even something you can, yes, see right there. So if I could see you're talking to me, yeah, when I see you're talking to me, it makes it more personable, and it actually will touch my heart more when people are looking at me in the eyes. So anyway, just 2 things that could be a personal thing, but something that I would share. Great job.
All right, great job then.
Thank
Let me
you.
see if I can figure this thing how to share.
Pardon?
Let me see how to share my.
Here's.
Okay.
Okay.
My.
You got this. You got this, girl.
I got it here. All right, let me make it big. All right, did you see it?
I can see it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. My turn. All right. Well, good morning and hello. My name is Ruth Bell, and my presentation today will highlight 6 reasons why teamwork is important. I have made copies for each of you to pass on and keep. At the end of the presentation, we'll dedicate a few minutes for questions or comments. It's widely accepted that teamwork is a good thing, And you'll hear a few sensible people saying, teamwork, bah, what a waste of time. But what is it about teamwork that makes promoting it a key priority for HR and for organizations generally? Knowing the value of a teamwork can help HR make strong cases to management on various policies issues, from learning and development to workplace culture. So here are the key reasons teamwork is so important in the workplace. Teamwork is work efficient, number one. A key pillar of the Industrial Revolution, a foundation of modern civilization, was the division of labor. And that's just another way to say teamwork. Employee teamwork enables your workforce to two things. As you see, split difficult tasks to simpler ones, then work together to complete them faster. That's one great advantage. The other one is develop specialized skills so that the best person for each task can do it better and faster. So we see how teamwork is efficient. Now, in a nutshell, teams make work more efficient. That can lead to better productivity, reduced cost, greater profitability, and many other benefits. Now move on to number 2. Team self-monitors. When one person does a task alone, they have a total autonomy. But if that person starts to work slowly or inefficiently, who will set them straight? Nobody. That's how. In teamwork, many people have responsibility for the same goal. Most significantly, teammates observe and depend on the qualities of each other's work. When one team member performs deeps, the others have the knowledge and motivation to help them improve. Without management intervention, effective teams can often regulate their own performance. And who doesn't like to just let them work? And as a worker, I absolutely love not to have management getting their nose constantly in my office. And it is a great relief for me as a worker, and also it's another task for management to be on top of people. But if we let the employees monitor each other, it's a win-win situation for the management and for the employee. Okay, move on to number 3. Number 3 is teams innovate faster. I think we already talked about that. When one person does a task alone, they have total autonomy. That's going back, sorry. For any task or problem, there are usually countless solutions. We know that. When one employee tackles a project, they might be able to think of a few different ideas given time. But when a team tackles a problem, the project benefits from multiple perspectives, skill sets, experiences all at once. And we see that. I mean, 2, 3 brains work and think better than only one. So a team approach can therefore lead to faster and deeper innovation. Number 4, teammates learn from each other. Imagine you have a workforce of 10 designers, all working on separate rooms. Each designer works on their own strengths and suffers from their own weaknesses, with nobody to teach or learn from. But now you put them in the same room on the same project, working together, they'll soon learn each other's strengths and correct each other's mistakes, and everyone's performance will improve. That is so true. I think we know that helping each other, it really, we learn from each other, and later on is beneficial. I'm going to talk about the next one, which is beneficial. Number 5, teamwork can create a healthy competition. How's that? Let's think about the same 10 designers. You know, you have the 10 designers a year down the line. When they have learned all they can from each other, what are they going to do? Well, they soon can start competing against each other to prove their ability to chase promotion and other incentives within your organization. Providing the right challenge and rewards are in place to promote competition, team performance can keep improving. So it doesn't matter if, years pass, because once everybody already know their strengths and their abilities, and they have learned from each other, they're going to start competing, and they're going to start, getting excited and trying to get those promotion and incentives from the company. So this is not, it's just a short-term benefit. It's a long and lasting benefit. Last one, or number 6, teamwork promotes strong working relationships. Who doesn't like a good relationship and a good atmosphere at work? Finally, when employees work together and succeed as a team, they form bonds that can turn into trust and friendship. It's human nature. It's great for your organization, since employees who like and trust each other are more likely to do 3 things: communicate well with each other, support and motivate each other, and work cooperatively. It's a little wonder successful organizations value teamwork so highly. Does anybody has any questions or comments?
I think that's great. I don't have any questions.
All right, that's my presentation.
No questions, but I think it's a great work. I really like the way you present your slides, very clear, very neat. I like dark colors, but when it's clear colors, for me looks very professional. I don't know, I'm an IT person, I'm kind of crazy, but yeah, I think you did a great job with your presentation.
Thank you very much. I accept that. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. Anna.
So I like, so Ruth, in the very beginning, how you talked about you had handouts and you had things, and you kind of told the procedures and how you were going to present. Then you have handouts and you have times for questions and comments. That was really good. That will help people visually stay with you by having a handout where they can read along with you. As I mentioned with Julio's, I'm one who, when I see a paragraph, I have a hard time reading the entire paragraph. But what I liked what you did is you would read it, and then you changed the voice intonation as you gave your comments. And so I was able to tell the difference from one to the other, and my brain didn't kind of get relaxed and bored, but it kind of went, oh, and here's this. Oh, and here's this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lecturing, for me, my idea of education is not a lecture, because I would fall asleep with a lecture. But when my brain has different things to look at, whether it's colors, voice intonations, movement, that helps me to keep, totally engaged in the presentation. So I liked that. I do love bullet points, but I liked but even though you didn't have the bullet points, because your voice changed, I think that was beneficial for me. Let me see if there's anything else. So one thing I was thinking about, as you were reading each slide, if this were a school setting, I think it would be beneficial to have a student read, or if it's a small presentation, you could ask, could I have a reader read this next slide? Or that's something else I thought about as far as like the different.
I thought about it too.
Yeah.
I was ready to say, can you read the next slide?
Right. And I think that helps to have interaction, people engaged in your presentation as well. So I thought that was, that's funny. We had the same thoughts. I liked your transitions, and I liked the personal comments that you added to give it more depth. And then there was the one slide where it showed individual working versus teamwork, and you had the pros and cons there, which instead of just promoting teamwork because of this and this and this, but you showed the flip side. And I thought that was very effective to show both sides of what would happen if you had to work by yourself and you created a list of, the weaknesses, and there was a couple other
The
things in that
strengths and the
paragraph.
weaknesses, yeah.
And then you
Not
show
your own. Uh-huh.
yeah, so I thought that adding that content to it was very effective. So, but thank you. Great presentation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your comments. Thank you, Anna.
You're welcome.
Well, so everything got recorded, Julio? So we can
Let-
share the link later today.